What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. So today's obviously a late recap. It's 10:30 my time, which means it's almost 1 a.m. Market time or New York time. So I was feeling kind of sick today, so I ended up actually sleeping from like 2 all the way to 8. So I'm going to be up for a while tonight. So obviously I'm going to do my daily recap. I really messed up this morning trading. It's a bad day. Worst day of the week by far. Pretty frustrating. You can see I lost $16, so it's a really frustrating feeling because that means I pretty much gave back everything this week. Ended the week only up like $3.80, all because of one trade, WIMI. This one chopped me up so bad in the morning, and then of course it has this epic squeeze later in the day. You can see here. Yeah, so that's what it ended up doing. So all my trading was done right in this area, and then chop, 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 opened up, and then after hours it just had this massive short squeeze. So this thing's at all-time highs right now, so we'll have to see if that continues into next week. But anyways, these are my trades on it. It's kind of hard. I had to Dash Trader reset all the triangles and all the stuff right now, so I grabbed screenshots before it reset. So I'll probably just have to go through those. So the first trade of the day was WIMI, and this is actually an excellent trade. Excellent, excellent, excellent buy the dip trade. You can see my entry there was at $6.67 and I sold at $7.30 for a massive 63-cent move. So epic. I was so hyped right here. It was only with 15 shares and I made like 10 bucks, and then I remember thinking at this point, you know, maybe that's it. Just call it a week right now. We're up good this week. My execution's been flawless. But no, I tried to keep going and ended up getting super chopped up on this thing. So I'll just start on this chart here. So you can see that first entry there was right a bottom tick entry, like epic entry. And the reason I got that entry there was because I had this, so this is what WIMI looked like pre-market, and you could see there was this area of resistance and support right there at 668. So I was looking at that, and also if you do a Fibonacci retracement, it lines up pretty well with that 50% retracement level. So that's how I knew to just kind of buy the dip right here. And I wish I went much larger share size, of course, but I didn't. Doesn't mean it wasn't a great trade. I ended up actually doing just so good on this trade because I had an excellent entry right here. Plus, I held through kind of this chop. Usually I'll sell right away, but I held. My target was sort of this resistance up here and VWAP, and I sold right at VWAP resistance, and then this thing ended up ripping past VWAP super abruptly, and it actually got halted right here. So the problem is that it got halted right here at the high of day. So that's the high of day resistance line there. And the problem is when these stocks get halted right at the high of day, they lose all their momentum. So my plan here was to buy the dip on the halt resume and ride this thing up, because I thought we were at least going up here to pre-market highs, because this thing just looked super strong. Like nice pullback in the morning, bottom out there at the 50% retracement, blast through VWAP, pull back, and then continue. And a lot of traders I know got chopped up on this. So anyways, this thing resumes from the halt, has one little fake out push, flushes it down. I tried to buy the dip, but I got a really bad fill, I remember. My fill here was at 790, and this thing dipped all the way down much lower than that. The charts are just messed up today, but whatever. Yeah, so I got a bad fill, and then right away this thing was not bouncing like I wanted. I had one split second to get out at a break even, but I just didn't take it because I was thinking this thing was going to rip, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it just completely loses all bid support, slaps through VWAP like it's nothing, slaps through this previous high like it's nothing, and I was like, oh great, I just gave back all my gains from the morning. I had no choice but to wait for some sort of little bounce. This one green candle here is when I decided to get out for a pretty massive loss, from in at 790 out at 716. So like Oh, like a 75-cent loss. So right there I gave back everything I had made on this trade, which I made $9 here, gave that all back, and then now I was in the hole down $9. So that was terrible. I was immediately in a bad mindset. I was like, damn it, I should have just ended my day green or ended my week green. I was a great first trade, and this thing is just so choppy. The trading on that today was horrendous. I don't know what was wrong with this thing. It had some sort of algo manipulation, but it was choppy, and I mean choppy. Like one of the choppiest stocks I've ever seen. You can see just very weird action. Comes up, tests the high day, pulls back, and then comes back down to this bid level, curls back up, and then right here I thought we were gonna pop again, through. It really looks like it wants to go. So I go ahead and get long again here, give it a second try at, so I long it for, okay, no, that trade actually I did last. I'll go over to PSV just so I'm doing these in order. So yeah, we'll go back to WIMI in a second. But then PSV too, just missed out so hard on PSV. It was so dumb that I wasted all my time paying attention to WIMI and getting frustrated on WIMI, lost all my mental capital and, gave back pretty much all my gains for the week, only for this thing to rally too, and I missed out. My only two trades were just so small, they don't even matter. Right here, did this little scalp for like a couple cents, and then this little scalp too. After we broke this level, and I saw on the tape it had tons of strength. So little scalp, then it kind of faded off, and I was like, okay, that might have been it. And then of course it did not fade off. It ends up completely rallying today. So you can see my two little trades are way down here. Breaks the high of day here, and then just rips all day. And honestly, I was kind of emotional about losing all my gains for the week, and nothing was good usually when it is good at that time in the day. So I actually just went upstairs. I shut it down because I knew that I didn't want to start chasing all my losses and end up going red on the week. So really frustrating to have given back everything I worked hard for this week, but it's all right. I did the thing I told myself not to do all week because I swam way too hard when there was no waves. So it is what it is. There's always going to be more opportunity next week. At least I'm not red on the week. That's good. I'm net positive, like 350 plus commissions, so whatever, it is what it is. You can see we stalled out here below high of day and then just broke through, and the rest was history. That would have been so epic to trade. All the way there from 128 all the way up to $3. So yeah, that sucks. I wasn't even at my computer for most of that. That's it there, just on a 3-minute time frame. So I did those two little scalps on PSV, only made about like 225 plus commissions. That was probably like a couple cents. Plus commissions, 82 cents. So stupid. I should have put more size on that one. Instead, I thought WIMI was strong. So at this point, I'm down $9 still on WIMI, and then I go back to try and take one more redemption trade because I think this thing's finally going to start curling upwards. Where is it? Right here. So I go in long again here, and it just completely, this was the choppiest part I've ever seen a stock. Every time I had a bunch of buyers, flush, big seller step in. Buyers come in again, flush, big seller step in. And it just kept getting held down, it felt like. And then even more frustrating is as soon as I stop out here, because I think it's going to totally tank through VWAP, it rallies past my entry, so I could have got out for a small profit. Super, super frustrating. And instead I stopped out here for about, like a $7 loss, and then I was just, honestly, just like $16 isn't that much money, but it's not really about the money right now. It's about, for me, the execution. Like, this was just such a nice trade here in the morning, and just giving it back on this crap, and then also this chop is just so frustrating, so I just shut it down. And you can see just more chops. It comes up all the way back up to high of day, flush once again, flush all the way back down, breaks VWAP here, but then comes back above VWAP, and then has this crazy rally for the rest of the day. So I don't know what the heck that was. There's a really nice bull flag right there, actually. Wow, that is a nice bull flag right there on the testing the high here. Yeah, just really brutal. And you can see there's another bomber pattern there. And God, that's brutal. So, frustrating, yes. Is it the end of the world? No. At least I wasn't short on this thing, and at least I'm break even on the week. So, yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Kind of a depressing Friday recap. Monday, though, hopefully I'm feeling a bit better. I was feeling sick at the end of this week. And Monday, just the grind continues. Hopefully, WIMI, this thing ripping like all the way from $6 up to 15. Hopefully that sparks up the small cap action a bit more, so that everything's not so dead. So if I have to be break even this week for next week to be an awesome week, that's fine with me. Yeah, not gonna let this bother me. I was trading great this week. My first trade of the day on this was an excellent trade. Yeah, just can't get too frustrated with those losses. They're inevitable, and a lot of other people on like Twitter and stuff got caught up in WIMI. It was really choppy. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it. See you on Monday.